and welcome back to Cutting Through Your Red Tape. It's your girl, LaShonta, and look who we have on the show. Oh my gosh, it's my best friend, Y'all give it a round of applause for my bestie, Miss April Monroe. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, you guys.
Lord have mercy. I am tickled pink to have my best friend on the show with me today.
Yes.
I've been asking her, like, girl, when you coming to the show? Y'all know I had to get my best friend on this show for a little discussion that we're going to have today. So I'm so glad that you guys have joined us today for this awesome show.
Yes, and I'm so happy to be here, you guys. Just especially to support my friend. This is her thing. So can't wait for you guys to listen to what's coming up.
Yeah, so y'all know how I do. I always cut right through it. We're going to go ahead and jump on in. And today we're going to just shoot the breeze. And then how y'all say it, shoot the breeze. Yes, we're going to shoot the breeze today. So, April.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So pretty much right now, I am a social worker. I help to make sure that the children are safe and that they don't have any concerns right now. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm a mom of 3.
Okay. So, April, can you please tell the people how long me and you been rocking?
I'm going to say, you want me to tell them the truth or you want me to kind of polish it up?
Oh, it don't matter.
So, let's get some background story. So, I came from New Jersey around 7th grade?
Uh-huh. Oh, by that truth, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, tell them. It's okay. It's fine. I remember.
So, it was 7th grade. It's the old Sampson Middle School, which is now Sunset Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all ain't gonna believe this, but she didn't like me at first.
That's not true.
She did not like me at first, but we're gonna skip that part, right? We're gonna skip that part. Nonetheless, we became the best of friends. We kind of had a break because I switched schools. So unfortunately, I'm not a dark horse, but
always be a dark horse.
No, ma'am, I am a leopard. Okay,
whatever. Whatever.
So we were so tight. And man, that was the good times. We were so immature yet mature in our eyes. So from 7th grade to like 9th grade, we were really close. And then I went to Lakewood, graduated there, and it's like, even though Salemburg and Clinton were close, we didn't really see each other.
Right. That's right.
We didn't really have much communication. But then we did as adults. We can drive then a little bit.
Yes.
And that's when the cutting up began. So
Yes. I am so tickled. Listen, I had to remember whenever she said, do you want to tell the whole truth or do you want to tell it in part? I had to remember what she was talking about, but then I remember, Lord, we was into the boys.
And I was the new girl on the block.
She was the new girl on the block, honey, and I was not having it. But nevertheless, we were able to overcome that.
Yes,
we were able to get back on track because, baby, to see him now, psych. Anyway, let's move on a little further in the program. Y'all know how I do. This is Cutting Through the Red Tape with LaShonta, and I promise you, it should be cutting up with LaShonta.
Oh my God.
Yes. So now that we got the background out the way, our history, this is my best friend. Y'all know y'all see them memes on Facebook. They ain't your best friend unless they got a tattoo, unless y'all got a tattoo together. And bam, show your tattoo bestie.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Yes.
So, life has its ups and downs. You know, people change, people evolve. But yet, like she said, we were able to come back together, even though, you know, we've had short breaks, but we always remain friends.
Yes.
I just told her off camera, I was like, Lord, she like the yin to my yang. I told her, I said, she already know I'm gonna go left.
Yeah.
But she know how to bring us back right.
Well, it's so.
So if you got a friend like that can truly help you when you know you wrong. Like I got about two good ones. And she's one of the ones. She like, now I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but we might not want to do that. And I'm so grateful for her, even in her some of her advice that she has given me that I have not followed. She knows when I'm not following her advice, I don't answer the phone. She know I'm somewhere cutting up. But nevertheless, I love my best friend. And I'm so grateful to have her in my life. And I'm so grateful to have her on the show today.
Yes, yeah. But listen, now she's trying to just make me seem like I'm just some bright diamond, but sometimes I can cut up too, you know. But I have grown and I have learned. So
yeah. She cut up off the camera.
Off camera, not on camera.
I'm cutting up on, off, beside, front, and the back.
No, no.
But anyway, yes, I'm just tickled pink. Today has been a great day.
Yes.
And so yeah, let's get on into it.
Yeah.
So what brings you to the show today, Miss April?
All right. So this here is something that is really true to my heart. And guess what it is? Mental health. Mental health is very important, and I'm not going to go too far because sometimes if you know me, you know that I'm very long-winded. So I'm going to cut it short and I'm going to let her lead the way. But just know, be prepared. Today is something very serious. It's a sensitive situation. But I want to shed light to you guys because it is true. It happens. It could be with someone that's sitting right beside you. But you'll see in just a minute.
Yes. And she is absolutely right. Mental illness or mental health is not something that we need to play with or joke around with.
That's right.
If somebody is literally asking or crying out for help, I know that we may not have all the answers. We may not have all of the resources. We may not be able to do all that we can for that individual, but we are urging or asking you to please do what you can to try to help somebody. You know, most of the time people just want to know if other people care. That's really, truly, and honestly, like, I'm going through this situation. I know it may be a situation that you're not able to help me with, but do you care?
Right.
Do you even care that I'm going through this? Will you show up whenever I need you? I often tell this story when I was going through my bout with depression. When I lost my son back in 2012, I had a silent birth at 8 months. And all I remember is whenever Jay went back to work, I remember April calling my phone and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I couldn't even get the words out to even tell her that I was okay. Next thing I know, she was showing up at my house. And she sat with me and while I slept, you know, she sat with Maja. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like that, you have to hold them close and dear to you because they truly care. They'll come to you whenever you need them or whenever you least expect. She has been there for me and I have been there for her. And so it doesn't, oftentimes people say, well, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that really bothers me.
But it's just your presence sometimes.
It's just your presence. Like, it's not something that you always have to say when somebody is going through. But will you at least just come and sit with me?
Can you show up?
Can you show up?
It's not scripted. If you are so concerned about a script, you need to sit back and think about it. Are you really genuine?
Ooh.
Because when you're a friend, And to be honest, even if it's somebody that you may have a disconnect with, if you see that they really genuinely need that help, I mean, what kind of character do you have that you can't lay that aside, lay your pride aside and say, you know what? I know that we have an issue,
Right.
but I genuinely want to know if you're okay.
Genuinely. That's it. And it makes a big difference. Like, it literally makes a big difference, because even if we don't talk, or even if we don't conversate, or even if you don't say anything, just your presence alone is comforting.
Yes.
Like, it's like it's a comfort. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what we need as a people. We need to understand that human beings need other human interaction.
That's right.
Like, we're not created to be
alone.
We're not created to be alone. We are created to have spouses. We are created to have relationships, like friendships, fellowship in church. All of those things God created for us, so that we could, interact with one another. That's scripture. That's what the Bible tells us.
Assemble ourselves. That's right.
She just said it. This is why we go to church. We don't go to church for the preacher. We don't go to church for the bishop. We go to church with like-minded people. So that we may fellowship. And if I don't have the strength, maybe you have the strength.
You're supposed to lift up your fellow brother.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then vice versa.
That's right.
Next week, she may not have the strength, but I have the strength. And then we feed off of each other. The good feed.
Right. Well, it's so.
Well, it's so.
But then you should also have that discernment, because, this is not only just mental health, but this is just some of us in general. You know how some people, sometimes I feel that I could be one of those people that'll put up there on Facebook and say, man, I'm just having such a bad day. And a lot of people saying that's attention seeking. But what about those people that's like me, that really wants to help, that really wants to say something, but because of your pride.
Right.
That you miss out on getting that extra help, that extra support.
That's right.
Because you don't want to ask, and because you're so concerned about that next person.
Well, it's so. Listen, I have turned over a new leaf, and let me tell you something. When I need help, I'm reaching out to the ones that I know that can help me. Because it's time out for suffering in silence.
Yes.
That's part of mental health. Like, a lot of people suffer in silence. And today, in church, I spoke on the woman with the issue. She had an issue, and she was an issue. But during her time, she was isolated for 12 years. Can you imagine being isolated for 12 years, all because you had an issue with blood?
Right. Wow.
Can you imagine the mental? Can you imagine what was going through her mind, through her heart, through her soul for 12 years?
12, my. And then you think about it, people probably looked at her as if she was disgusting. And it was something that she had no control.
No control. But let me tell you how good God is, because to be bleeding for 12 years and still here, my God.
Well,
kept.
That's right. Even when you didn't want to be kept, because I'm pretty sure within those 12 years, she was like, Lord, I'm done. I'm weak.
I don't know about you, but when I was going through my little, I'm not going through it anymore, but when I was going through the woman phase, baby, I about passed out. in them 4 or 5 little days.
That's right.
12 years.
That's right.
I done said, lay me at the throne. Leave me here. Girl.
Right.
Please. And listen. Yeah, we
I'm
laughing.
about to cry.
We laughing, but it's the truth.
Yes.
We would not be able to handle what she handled for 12 years. Like,
that's strength. And that wasn't even her strength. He had to have been with her.
He had to have been with her. And then for her to come to a place knowing that she was forbidden, like she
Yes.
could not come to that area because she was considered unclean. She came to him for healing, and then he healed her just by her faith.
Right. So that's
And-
how bad did you want it?
Oh, you must have got. Did you catch the video?
I didn't catch the video.
Girl, you got to go back and see that thing, because let me tell you, when I say the Lord was with me today, honey, woo. But how bad do you want it? How bad
Right.
do you want your illness to be healed?
Yes.
How bad do you want the mental health to go away?
Yes. And how bad do you want success in general?
Success in general. How bad do you want
How
it?
bad do you want it? Let me tell you guys something. Since she said, how bad do you want it? I was a mother of 3 small children.
Mm-hmm.
And no, that sermon didn't come to me, but in my head, I said, I have these 3 children that I must improve my lifestyle.
Woo.
Okay. And that was pretty much how bad did I want it. And like I said, 3 small doorsteps. Okay. And I just had a high school diploma, you guys. And within the time frame of, I had Isaiah in 2016 with just a high school diploma. I was simply driving a school bus. But from then till now, I'm up to a master's degree. And it was not always easy. But when I tell you that it was a lot of days that I didn't sleep much, maybe an hour here or there. It was a lot of days that I cried. It was a lot of days that I had to literally push myself. But I did it. And I'm saying I did it, but just know that God was with me, because it was a time when it was just me and my children. It was times when I would fall asleep and my child would put the covers over me in the living room because she knew that her mother was exhausted. But let me tell you guys that God truly opened my eyes throughout that time, and he blessed not only me, but he blessed my kids. Because I had to see a lot of things, but you guys, I got my master's degree with 3 children.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. And just to piggyback off of what she said, through the pressing, through the perseverance, through the push, you were able to obtain what it was that you went after.
Yes.
So it's the what you want that's gonna get you to how bad you want to do it.
That's right. And it also comes up to another scripture that'll say, write the vision and make it plain.
Well, it's so.
Because it was plenty of times I had to write and so that I could see. But then again, it was sometimes that I could write something, but it wasn't aligning with God, and he shifted me to something else.
Well,
so it's all in. Are you going to be obedient whenever there's a change?
Don't you say obedient on this here camera. You know the people don't like to hear obedient.
It's the truth, because you either going to do it or God is going to just automatically do it, because it's his will anyway.
Anyway.
So you can do it voluntarily
or involuntarily. Either way,
it's gonna get done.
And baby, when I tell you, that's just like when you being voluntold to do something.
Yes.
You know good and well you in a church at the very back, and they know you a minister or a preacher or somebody that's real good in the church, and they ain't got nobody to pray. They calling you.
So you need to be ye
also ready. That's what the word say. But sometimes sis don't be ready. Sometimes I'm just there to hear the word, like everybody else. I just play it. Let the Lord use me. The Lord gonna use me however he see fit.
Mightily.
Anyway.
Anyhow.
But we kind of got off subject.
We did.
That was funny.
It's season out of season.
It's season out of season.
Okay, go ahead.
So thank you so very much for giving us that little bit of a testimony, and we are so proud of you for being able to obtain your goal.
Yeah.
Are you stopping?
No. Well, let me go back. The truth is, I'm taking a pause.
A pause.
Because the way that homework was set up, my brain cells need a break.
Just a little break.
Just
though.
a little one. I don't want to take too long of a break because then you're going to get complacent and lazy.
Well, it's
so I don't want to take too long of a break, but I do want to eventually get my doctorate degree.
Woo! Doctor, can we go ahead and say Dr. April right now because might have new last name? Don't know. We ain't gonna talk about all that. But anyway, however the Lord see fit with whatever that situation, whatever He see fit. We just gonna say Dr. April. How about that?
Doctor.
My God. Yes, sir. Woo! Anyway, yes. All right, so
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we got that out the way. Anything else? I know you talked about your struggles through going through your schooling and everything that you had to deal with. Like, how were you able to physically get through that time? Like, as far as like with your mental.
Well, to be honest with you, not perfect. But I do know God. I know that prayer can get where you can't. And even if you don't even have the words, you just pray and say, God, allow your son to make intercession for me because right now I don't have the words.
Girl, is you preaching up here? Allow
no, ma'am.
Your son to make it. People don't talk like that.
Well, listen, when I don't have the words, when things seem so cloudy, that's my prayer. I say, because God, right now, I'm so confused. I got so much chaos right now. I'm in a dark place. So I know you know my heart. So allow your son to intercede for me. Because he knows what I need.
Right. Even when I don't have the words.
When I don't have the words.
Even when I don't have the words.
When you don't have the words.
I never experienced having the words of prayer until about 2 years ago. And it was like my prayers automatically changed.
Yes.
They shifted. And I didn't even think about it until maybe like a year later. Like what I used to pray for or how I used to pray, I no longer pray that way. It's like it's different. It's like now I'm having a conversation with him versus, versus doing the whole big prayer thing. It's almost like I have to talk to him constantly throughout the day. Lord, right now, I need you to keep me.
Right now.
Because you already
put emphasis on it.
Emphasis. Like, I need you now, Lord. I ain't got time to go home tonight and pray. Now, I need you right now, Lord. Because things is shifting in my area. And I'm going to shift with them. If you don't come and see about me. So I noticed that my prayers ultimately changed. Like it wasn't the fact of the prayer, it was what I was saying while I was talking to him.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm telling you. I mean, and if you know me, I am very much so a talker. So if I'm to the point where I can't say the word, if I can't come out and find the words, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
I am confused. It's a lot of things going on.
And I'm thinking hard.
But I'm just gonna just try to calm myself down and say, Lord, help me.
Your daughter is knocking at the door. I'm gonna need a knob to turn and the door to be pushed open.
Yes, sir. Yes. I need some clarity now.
I need some clarity right now in my life. I am so excited today. Like, this conversation is going so well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so tell us about how you're feeling as far as now that you have your master's and you're working. Like, how are you doing mentally now?
Mentally, I can say that I'm doing great. Because I'm learning, I'm in a new area, which I really can't, go into that, but
correct.
I am in a new area where I can help others. And whenever I'm helping someone else, it helps me, if that makes sense. I'm giving resources to others while at the same time, I'm thinking of those resources. I'm using those same skills in my own home. So never be too high, regardless if you have a master's high school diploma, regardless if you have a doctorate, 2 doctorates, but you're never too big where you can't receive the same knowledge that you're going to give to someone else. If you're not going to use that, then why are you giving it to somebody else?
Well, it's so. Well, it's so. That's true. I'm trying to stay focused because you know how I do. Because I tell them what they can use. But anyway, yeah, so that's good advice. That's very good advice. Thank you so very much for that. So if anybody is pretty much battling any type of mental illness, whether it doesn't necessarily have to be mental illness. It could be some type of health concern that has them in a place of the unknown.
Mhm.
Like, do you have any advice that you can kind of like give them while they are in this place?
Well, to be honest, I feel that you need to make sure you have a confidant. And I mean a true bona fide confidant, because you can't tell everybody what's going on, because when you tell one person, it's going to be a domino effect. And then especially if it's something that's not positive, but it's your authentic truth, it can be turned and manipulated into something really bigger than what it is. So you do need a true confidant. You need to build your relationship with God. I can't just push Christianity on somebody, but I'm going to say you need a relationship with a higher power. Okay? That's going to help you on your journey. And you need to have as many people in your circle as you can, but as long as they are confident. And you need somebody that's going to help pray. Because even when, like I said, yes, you can speak to God, you can get in your prayer closet, you can read your Bible, but sometimes you still need someone in your corner that even you don't even have to know, but just be in your mind, say, I wonder if Shonta is praying for me today. And that's it. Because you don't always have to, I don't have to call LaShonta. But if she hasn't heard from me in a few days, I feel like in my heart, she's going to pray for me. So you have to have that confidence in somebody to know that they're going to push you even without you knowing. That's integrity. When you're doing something good whenever no one is looking.
Right.
So.
She know I'm going to pray and pull up. Okay, so let's just handle that. Pray and pull up. Because
the 2 P's.
The 2 P's. Pray and pull up. Sometimes you gotta do a little extra with that prayer. It's got to go a little further.
With some action.
It's got to have some action, some motion behind it. Yeah, we can pray, but I'm hungry. Can you buy me a sandwich? And we can pray over the sandwich. Okay. I mean, but is it not so?
Yeah, that's true.
Because sometimes we need prayer, but we need the substance too.
That's right.
We actually need something.
That's
right. Yeah, pray for me.
Yeah.
I want you to pray for me.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I'm hungry.
Yeah. So let's do both.
Let's do both.
Pray and eat.
Pray and eat. Let's do both. Yeah, so I agree with everything that she has said. Definitely find you a support circle. People that are going to come and see about you. People that are going to aid you. Everybody can't do everything. But at least get you a group of people that care for you, care for your sanity, for your health and your well-being.
Yes.
And I made a post on Facebook the probably like last week, and I said, I know for a fact that people who want to see you win, they will help you.
They will help you. They'll help you.
So if you got a bunch of people around you that said they want to see you win, but ain't nobody doing nothing, baby, I'm going to need you to shake the dust off your feet. That's in the word.
Yeah.
Ain't that what he said?
That's right.
Shake the dust off your feet. And I'm going to need you to go find you some other people. Because them right there, they don't want to see you win, baby.
That's right.
And it's not even about winning, period. They don't even want to see you better.
But see, that's when you're going to pray, because even when you may not have a physical friend, God is your friend.
He is.
He has so many hats.
He does. He does. He does.
So to the friendless, he is that friend.
Well, it's so he was my friend last night, and I'm gonna tell y'all, just like I told church when we was in church today, like I had a sense of heaviness because my children were not home and I was there alone, so it was like a sense of heaviness, and I knew it wasn't nothing but the enemy. And the Lord spoke to me and he said, it's a choice. You're making a choice to be here. It's not that you can't. It's just that you're making a choice to be here and to sit with me and allow me to speak to you.
That's right.
I had a headache. Headache went away, got up, did what I was supposed to do. And today we had a fantastic time in church. My best friend said, because I was texting her, getting on her nerves.
but I knew it was the enemy. I knew.
Yeah, that's how he do. He play on you. And if you are not in a place to be obedient, like she said earlier, it's easy for the enemy to get you.
That's right. That's right.
Because with just one phone call, you hungry.
But when you have that sense of heaviness, what can you put on? A garment of what? Praise.
Oh.
That's what you do. You go in your home, whatever, whenever you have that heaviness on you for whatever reason, you just start talking to God loud, letting him know, say, God, I thank you. I thank you in advance. You just start talking to him and have your own relationship, because you may not be reading King James Version. You might be the New Living Translation.
And I am.
Okay.
Study Bible.
The study Bible. When you have that conversation with God, it may not be in the beginning God created heaven and earth.
Right.
It could just be, listen. Heaven and earth was at the beginning.
And you was there, Lord. Heaven and earth was at the beginning and you was there, Lord.
Listen, this is not scripted. I am tickled pink. Oh my goodness.
Listen, she said it first. But anyway, those are the different versions of the Bible. She gave you King James. I gave you LaShonta.
As long as it's aligning with God. That's right. All that matters.
That's all that matters. And as long as you know how to interpret it and place it in the right part of your life, because people switch up scriptures and they get it to fit it the way they want to fit it, to make it
look good for them at that situation, at that point.
Right. And that ain't what David said. He said, create in me a clean heart. I think that might be New Living.
Next.
Okay.
We gonna cut through. We cutting through. All right, Miss April. Anything else you want to let us know about mental health and how to overcome and what to do in your time of struggle or in your time of suffering? Okay, so I was just telling you earlier about the circle of friends and a support system, and make sure you have someone to pray to, make sure you have that higher power. But something that I did leave off, but it was intentional, and you need a therapist. So I'm just going to drop that nugget. You need a therapist. We do not talk about it often. A lot of people, think a therapist is, that's for crazy people. No. A therapist can help a person that is on the edge to being crazy to reel it back in. So, just whatever you have in your mind about therapy, erase it and let's start over. A therapist is someone who is there, that's not on anybody's side. They are neutral. They are there to help you get the necessary tools, help you with your strength, your inner strength, help you get peace. It's just helping you to lay out your life. You have to find the therapist that's good for you, that fits for you, because some people are truly by the book, word for word. But then there's also some therapists that could be just like me and Shanta, that are very laid back, but they know their stuff. And that's the type of person, you have to just go. You can look online, a website, not sponsored, but Therapy for Black Girls. It is a great resource. When you go up there on that website, like I said, Therapy for Black Girls. Not leaving anybody out, but when you go to that website, you're going to type in, of course, your insurance information. You're going to type in the area that you want, and then you're going to come. It's going to be like, it's going to generate a list. And once they have that list, you can just click for days. And then it'll take you to another website, to like a particular agency. And then they're going to show you a picture of all their therapists. And they're going to tell you if they're accepting or not. And they will actually have a paragraph and their specialties and all of that. And you can always get like a free 15-minute kind of session that'll be like, if you want to know if that's a great fit for you. So before I get into the big part of mental health, with my story, I just wanted to make sure that if it's okay if I can go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I know you guys, a lot of people may look at me and you say, gosh, April just got it all together. Because I've heard people say, man, you rocking parenthood. You got it going on. Well, it was a time that I did not. It was a time that I did not, you guys. And when she spoke about she lost her son, I too lost a son. And his name was Jeremiah McHale Lamb. Well, anyway, whenever I lost him, it was September the 30th, 2013. At that time, I was married, and this here is my first time actually talking to you guys publicly. But I knew it was time because I'm always around people that think that I just got it all together. And I want to let them know that I did not at one point in time. And even now, I still don't. I just know how to use the tools that I used in 2014. But I'm going to get to that. So anyway, the time that Rashad and I was married, and we were going on a fast that day. And the very first time ever that at that time, me and my husband were going to go on a fast, and we all had on gray and pink. We went to church, and in church, I knew something was going on, and my water broke in church. Come to find out, got rushed to the hospital, and boom, I lost my child, because the entire time we thought that it was a girl. But whenever I delivered, it was the worst delivery ever. Whenever I delivered, we found out that it was a boy. And imagine you and your spouse going on a fast and you lose your son. And that was our first boy. And that was devastating because I did not know how to grieve. I did not know. It was very devastating. It was a dark place. And I am the type of person that I isolate myself whenever I am in that dark place. Claire, I'll never forget. I love her to death. I appreciate her because she was there every step of the way. At that time, me and Shanta, it wasn't even that we were mad, but right. I don't even know where she was. She didn't even know. And it was just, I don't know. I was so isolated. And long story short, we had a graveside, just throwing out there. Hope Valley did an amazing job. They loved on me and my family, and I will always, always, always appreciate them. So fast forward, throughout that whole year, I never grieved properly. Never grieved properly. I just continue to put on a mask, continue on, and swept it under the rug. Well, whenever that year anniversary came, is whenever, mind you, I had Imani. She was a year old already. And that year anniversary came, you guys, and I thought to myself, life is over. I never thought that it was going to hit me as hard as it did. I had it under control, I thought, until the anniversary came. And that Tuesday, I went to see my mom. I was in such a deep depression. I didn't even bathe. I didn't even do any of the regular things you would normally do. And I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to leave this world, and I tried. I went boom off the road as fast as I could. And uh to speed that up, I got to the hospital at Sampson Regional, and they IVC'd me. IVC means involuntarily committed. Okay. So at that point, I was at Vidant Duplin. The police had to escort me there. And I wish I had pictures, but you could look at me in those pictures, because when you go into the psychiatric ward, they take a picture of you. Hair was a mess. I looked unkept, like it was a spirit that was really heavy on me. And I was the type of person, I sat in the middle of a room and acted as if I was the life of the party. But inside, I was so broken. I was so hurt. So I had to go to the psychiatric ward in Kenansville, which they don't have that now. And I stayed there for 7 days. And while I was there, I was helping others. How can you be in a place that people would be so ashamed of? I've met some people in there that had severe mental health, and some who did not. But nonetheless, we were all in there. And I guess it's something like you can say compared to a jail experience, because you can't go nowhere. All right, it's involuntary. You can't. I didn't sign myself in. The hospital did, and couldn't go anywhere. But let me tell you guys, that was the best experience for me. Not only did I have to humble myself, I had to use med management. I had to feel. So now whenever people are telling me, man, when they say, Miss April, man, I don't take my medicine. I say, well, why not? And they say, because I don't like the way it feel. I can understand that, yes, when you take that medication, until they find out the right dose for you, you're going to feel like a zombie. You're going to be sleepy. You're going to have a dry mouth. You know how I know that? You know how I can relate to them, because I had that experience. So I understand that medication will make you not even know your name. So to fast forward, when I came out of the hospital, thank God for my support system. When I got out of the hospital, I was so medicated, I couldn't even take care of Imani. I could not, it seemed like my medication was so strong that to take care of Imani, I was shaking. I was nervous. But God intervened. He intervened because, number one, I did not die. Number two, when my apostle found out when I was in the hospital, her and Evangelist, you think they didn't come to Sampson? They came to Sampson. And when I say they put a prayer down, they put a prayer down in the hospital. And I took that prayer along with me. Did I have to go to therapy? Yes, I did. Did I have a time of loss? Not only did I lose that, but it's funny now because I had to walk everywhere I went. So now when I ask people, do you want to ride? I could understand, because whenever me and my child and my husband at the time was walking up and down the road, and people that you knew would drive past you, do you not understand how heavy I was? So many people you knew and thought that they cared about you. Now, all of a sudden, not only now, they think I'm crazy. They like, hey, and it was like they acted as if, I don't know if I was about to kill them. I honestly don't know. But it had nothing to do with them. It was because of me and my grief. So now I don't got no car. We walking up and down Clinton. A lot of folks didn't give us a ride. But during that time, I took it gracefully. I had to grow in that situation. And God continued to slowly give us things back. But it was a time when we did have loss. But I'm just so grateful now that whenever I look back,
Mm.
when I look back at
Mm.
that time, now I find myself helping others.
Mhm.
Now I find myself going to ERs, and I'm getting a little emotional, but I can go to an ER now and I can understand what that back room is. When you're away from others, I understand now when people give you those looks that I can go in there and I can encourage you. I can truly encourage you and say, listen, you can get through this. Listen, it's okay if you have to go to the hospital. It's okay if you have a therapist. It is okay. It doesn't matter. But I want to tell anyone that's right now, if you feel that you are at your breaking point, find you someone that you can talk to. If you can't get to your apostle, if you can't, it's a 988 number. If you feel like life is too hard, dial 988 because they can help you. They can assist you at that moment. We have a mobile crisis. People don't understand. There is on your insurance, if you don't have Medicaid, if you call mobile crisis, it's like autumn. They have to. They might can't give you a long stretch of therapy or a long stretch of a hospital stay, but the little bit of time while you are there, you need to make sure that you can get all the information, all the resources, all the strategies that you need while you're there. Take it as a semi vacation, because while you're there, it's going to be about you. It's going to be to help you be a better mom, a better sister, a better, not even just women, a better dad, a better person, so that you can, a better parent for your kids. Because if your mind is so cloudy, how can you help your child? And I'm gonna end with this. In therapy, I had a therapist a while ago, and they told me, they said, April, for your children, you like getting gifts? I said, yeah, I like getting gifts. You know, my kids like getting gifts too. They said, all right, can you imagine opening up a most beautiful gift? And when you open that gift and you pull it out, it's a dress that has holes all in it. And they said, how would you feel? I said, well, depending on who it is, I'll be like, okay, thanks. But in my mind, I'm like, why in the world they give me this holy dress? And the therapist told me, they said, well, that's what you're doing when you are not your best. You're giving your children a gift, which is supposed to be good parenting, good sound parenting, but you're giving them a gift with holes in it. So you need to make sure that you are whole. You need to give yourself together, regardless if it's therapy, regardless if it's medication. Sometimes you need God and medicine. Come on. And that's okay. I'm not saying you have to do it every day, but you need that. You need God and medicine and therapy, or one of it could be a combination. Okay. So don't give your children, don't give your friend, don't give your employer. Okay. Don't give the person at McDonald's, don't give them that dress with holes in it, because they don't understand what you're going through. So you need to be your best at all times. And in being your best, you have to go the extra mile by helping yourself. That's all I got to say.
I don't really think I have anything else to say. Look, I'm just a mess. I'm emotional. Like, that was a lot. And I want to thank you for opening up, because this is really new for you.
Yes.
Like, I didn't think you was going to go this. I didn't think you was going to, know. But it's a new season.
It's a new season.
It's a new season.
Yeah.
And the Bible tells us that we overcome.
Yeah, by our testimony.
That's the only way we can overcome the things that have happened to us, is if we get it out.
That's right. We
can't hold that stuff in, because we go through for someone else.
That's right.
Someone that may be battling right now. Please listen.
Yes.
This is evidence.
That's evidence.
This is evidence of what God can do. Yeah. Right, it's right here.
Yeah.
And so the same way he done it for her, He'll do it for you.
Yes.
He'll do it for you.
And you.
And you. You
Yes.
know? But it takes steps.
Yes.
It takes strategies.
Yes.
It takes getting up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It takes putting one foot in front of the other.
Yes.
To go the extra mile to get the help that you need. It's okay to get help.
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. As a matter of fact, I recommend it.
I recommend it.
Yeah, because sometimes you can tell, you know how, I can't think of the scripture, but anyway, you can sense. I can sense someone that has a mental breakdown, that's on that edge. I can sense that. And it's crazy because sometimes I want to go over that extra mile and say, it's time. Go see somebody, okay, please, because you're on the edge and you own me, you eating me up, and I didn't do it. You're bleeding on somebody else that didn't cut you.
Okay, prophet.
No, well, let me stop because I'm not walking in that. Lord, she cutting up. Next chapter.
I'm cutting up. But no, truly, honestly, like you have a gift. That's a gift. And you know how that go. You know, I be talking or whatever. But anyway, I don't know, it might be the Lord. You pray about it. But anyway, I want to thank you for wearing your heart on your sleeve today. This is big.
This is big. I have never shared that publicly because so many people judge, and just like the TikTok, we listen but we don't judge, and they judge.
They be judging, y'all.
They be judging
because I'm one of them. Now you know good well you had no business doing that on TikTok.
Yeah, right. But that's what people do. They judge you. But mental health is so in the forefront. And I can sense that. And some people are truly there to help you, and could be that ram in a bush.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to be that ram in the bush today to somebody to say, I see you and I want you to be the better version of you. Get help.
Get help. And we want to see you whole. Because if you bring me a dress with holes in it, I'm going to hand you a needle and a thread. And I'm going to tell you to try again, boo.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
I want my dress whole.
I want it whole.
Yeah.
I want you to come to me whole.
And I want to be whole. Like that was the thing that I spoke about today in church. The woman with the issue of blood, she went seeking Christ for the bleeding.
Yes.
But he said to her, you have been made whole. So that means whatever it was that she was battling along with the bleeding, he restored.
He restored it. 100%.
May have been her finances.
Yeah.
Because it said that she spent all that she had.
Yeah, everything.
Do you see how this is full circle?
Full circle. I didn't even realize I was going to break, but she was right. Full circle. Made whole.
Made whole.
So if you need a scripture to go with what I said, you were made whole.
Oh yeah, you were made whole. I thought you were about to say something else.
No. Use her scripture.
Oh yeah. From today, Mark 5.
There you
25 through 34.
There you go.
The woman with the issue of blood.
Yes.
So not only was she delivered from the bleeding, she was made whole.
Yes.
He said, daughter, because of your faith.
Because of your faith.
And it wasn't even anything that he did to her physically. She touched the fringe.
The hinge, the hem of his garment.
Yeah, it's the fringe.
Yes.
Yeah, of his garment.
And it says her faith. Go ahead. Say it.
Do you know what the fringe is?
It's
like that right there. Sorry, Tamika. But the fringe.
Yes, the hem of his garment.
And instantly, the Bible says immediately. That means suddenly,
instantaneously.
That means right now.
Right now.
So whatever it is that you are believing God for, and whatever your faith lies in, you need to believe that he can do it right now.
Right now.
Anything you're battling.
Yes.
Whether it be health-wise, mental-wise, whether it be your attitude. Hello, somebody. Whether it be the way you feel about somebody. Hello, somebody. Whether you need to forgive somebody. Whether you need to be straightforward with yourself.
Insecurities.
All of that. He can do it. but how bad do you want
How
him
bad
to
do you want it?
My God. Woo!
That was a tag team. That was, and it was, man, and listen, let me tell you something. I am the type of person that I was nervous to come today because I'm thinking, how in the world are we going to have this to flow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But whenever God is in it, there's no limit.
There's no limit. And whenever you come into cutting through the red tape, you're comfortable. You're free here. The atmosphere is so chill. Like, you're free here. So, come on out to cutting through the red tape.
Yes.
And do you have anything else you want to say before we?
No, I can't think of nothing else. I can't think of nothing else right now. I think that what I needed to say was said.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you guys for sharing. I can't wait for you guys to reach out to Shanta and say, you know what? I got some help. I'm made whole. That's what I'm waiting for, because right now a lot of us grown folks, we should have got help as a child. But now we can't
mask it any longer.
We can't mask it any longer, because right now it's time for us to cut through the tape.
Mm-hmm.
We need to own up that, hey, we need some help. We've been on a bumpy path
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I want my path to be smooth. I just need some help. Give me some resources. 988 is a resource. Call your insurance for those who have Medicaid, Trillium, whatever you got. You need to call them. Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call them and ask them, what can I do for insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, for my mental health. What can I do? How many hours can I get? What is under network, in network? Don't go out of network now, unless you're going to have, okay? So let's go in network. Mm-hmm. And what your insurance character will allow, mm-hmm. and do that for you in 2025. It's still early in the year.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me tell you, the gym ain't going to fix your mental illness, boo.
No.
Ice cream not going to do it.
Mm-mm.
None of that. None of that stuff you watch. The music is not going to fix it. No, you need something deeper. I do want to leave you guys with the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you get to that place, that peaceful place.
Yes.
It's a good time. I'm telling you. When you deal with all your issues, when you have figured it out and got the help that you need and so desire, when God puts you in that peaceful place, you can be like, man, I should have been here.
I should have been here.
I should have been here.
But we can't. But the past is the past.
Yeah, it's 2025, and old things have passed away.
Behold.
And she gonna talk about I'm not right with what I said a while ago, but I'm gonna let her deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her deal with that, because I know y'all know how I do. I go left, she had to bring me back right. So I'm gonna let her handle that off camera. So Apostle, I hope you watching. As a matter of fact, somebody send this to Apostle. Lucius, that is. Thank you. Anyway, we thank you so much, April, for joining Cutting Through the Red Tape. My God, you did it. I'm proud of you. I'm genuinely proud of you. You truly stepped out your comfort zone, and you did it. You nailed it. So we appreciate you here at Cutting Through the Red Tape with LaShonta, and we hope that you may come again if you like. You want to talk about something else, then we can. Just let me know if you have any other topics that you want to discuss. Just come on over. We're gonna go ahead and close out. Listen, let me shout out Tamika Robinson.
Yeah,
baby. Let me tell you something. Boss. Tamika Robinson is truly a boss. We thank God for her vision.
Yes.
We thank God for what she is doing in Clinton, North Carolina. She truly want to put us on the map.
Yes. She's doing a lot of background stuff. I mean, she's amazing.
And don't even worry, I'm gonna be posting for the front ground stuff.
And I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna be in the back.
She gonna be in the back.
I'm gonna be like.
But listen, when y'all see see Tamika Robinson out on the street, listen, give her a thumbs up, wave
Yes,
at her,
yes.
give her a hug,
Blow the horn.
encourage her whenever you can, because listen, she doing big things for Clinton, North Carolina,
She
and
is.
we are forever grateful for her. Listen, this is Cutting Through the Red Tape on 810 Studios. Peace. We out.
Bye.